Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Today's seated gentle yoga is for all levels. This slow practice on the floor begins in easy seat, transitioning through a variety of postures that can be done any time of day, bringing the final portion of our class to our backs, connecting with our body and mind to let go of all that doesn't serve us. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start in our easy seat, either foot forward, crossing one leg in front of the other. If you feel more comfortable, you can sit on a block or a blanket, sitting up nice and tall, whatever feels good to your hips and your back. So we're going to start with our hands, palms down on the thighs, and then pull those shoulders back and down. Draw the chin into alignment, and think about if your ears are over your shoulders, so you're really trying to get that spine in alignment. And then we're just going to close our eyes for a moment, and I want you to feel your sits bones grounding into the earth. Feel the connection, and then breathe in through the nose. Fill the belly, expand the rib cage, and then exhale through the nose. And then continue that process, breathing in, nice and slow, long and deep breaths, and breathing out. As you ground into the earth, feel the shoulders relax with each exhale. And think about your practice today, your intention, to be kind to your body. And we're going to still challenge and stretch those muscles and the fascia tissue. And try to be in the present moment with our gentle seated yoga. Couple more breaths here. Sometimes if you have a crazy day ahead or behind you, this is just a great way to ground into the earth and to ground into our present moment, to the body, to be aware. One last breath. And then go ahead and blink the eyes open, put a smile on your face so we can get started. We're going to start to slowly move the shoulders up to the ears, and then backwards, and then down. Very gentle rolling motions. And notice what happens with the head or the neck. Sometimes we tend to lift the head when we pull the shoulders up. Try to keep it in alignment as you roll those shoulders. Might get some snap, crackle, pop. Then we're going to bring the hands down to the floor and keep rolling those shoulders. Let the hands rest next to you. One more roll, and then bring those shoulders down and back. Good, let's take the arms and turn the palms upward, slide the shoulders back and the thumbs backwards, but keeping those arms down and out to the side and pull them back. Just feel if there's any discomfort anywhere in that shoulder neck area. Take a deep breath in. Let the arms come up to shoulder level. Let them float there, and then exhale back to the floor. And again, inhale, shoulder level, exhale back to the floor. Slide the thumbs back a little more. Inhale, shoulder level, exhale back to the floor. And one more time, inhale, shoulder level, exhale back to the floor. Maybe the thumbs are further back. Let's try all the way to the sky. Inhale, lift, tap the fingers, exhale down. Again, inhale, lift, exhale back down. Think about getting those thumbs backwards. As you come up, pull the thumbs a little bit back towards the back wall and open it up. Breathing in, filling the lungs. Exhale, open that chest. Try inhaling through the nose on the way up. And exhale through the mouth on the way down. One more time. And then exhale through the mouth. We're going to slowly start to just slide the body side to side, kind of leaning, just leaning into it. Very gentle, place the palm down, lean to your left and to your right. Gentle movements. One more each side. Let's add the arms now. Reach them up and overhead. And then exhale all the way to the other side. Good. Breathe in. Come up. Exhale on the way to the other side. Take a breath in, so you have to slow the breathing. And then exhale and slow your movement. And just notice the two sides of the waist. One more each side. Last one. Good. Coming all the way back to center. Let's try bringing those shoulders back and down. Align the spine and the chin. Now we're going to twist to your right. So gently start to twist. Reach your left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you. Lift through the spine and gently twist and look behind you. Now as you breathe in and out, feel the twist, maybe melting a little deeper into it. One more breath. And then after your next one, let go and twist the other way. Breathing in, hold onto your left knee with your right hand. Lift through the base of the spine and start to twist. And just breathe. Notice with each breath how you're able to melt a little deeper into that twist. Never forcing anything. One more breath. And then we'll come back to center. Come back. Align those shoulders, maybe a little shoulder roll. Extend the arms out to the side. Now you're going to take your right elbow over the left. We're going to bend them and find your eagle arms. Now, if this is super challenging and you're kind of here, go and place your hands on your shoulders and just stack your elbows. So this is a variation of eagle arms. This is completely fine, either one. And then just draw those elbows up and down, whether your hands are touching or your hands are on the shoulders. Either one is great. Just loosening up those shoulders, drawing those elbows up and down. Now gently press the elbows up and just take 2 full breaths here. Feel the shoulders relaxing with the exhale. And then after your second breath, draw those elbows down gently and just notice the difference in the shoulders. Which one is stretching? And then very slowly unwind the arms, extend them out, let them drift to the floor. And then let them float back to shoulder level. Left elbow now comes over right. And then eagle arms the opposite side. Again, touching the arms or the shoulders. And maybe this one's easier or more challenging. And then gently draw your elbows up and down. And notice the difference in those shoulders. Waking them up. Gently drawing up and down. Now we're going to gently draw those elbows up. 2 breaths here. Try not to slouch. We're sitting tall. And then bring those elbows down after that second breath. And then very slowly we're going to unwind the arms, reach them out. Gently draw the hands to the floor. Good. So whichever leg is in front, we're going to switch it. So the opposite leg. So that might feel a little funny because it's usually we do our dominant, our more comfortable leg in front. Sit up nice and tall, realign the spine, and then just start to lean to one side and then the other. Just gently shifting, checking in with those hips. Almost there. Then we're going to take the arms and reach them overhead as you breathe in. And then exhale to the other side. Breathing in. And then exhale to the other side. 2 more times each side. Take it at your own pace, your own breath. Just feel the lengthening, feel the breath coming in and out. Maybe you close your eyes and just really feel it. Last one. That's 2 on each side, and then we're going to come back to center. Realign everything. Tuck the chin under. We're going to add our twist. This time we're going to twist to the left first. Reach your right hand to the left thigh, lift through the base, and then gently twist. Using that left knee as a support to pull yourself around with that right hand. And just breathe. One more breath. Fill the belly with the breath. And then after your exhale, rotate to the other side. Use that left hand on the right knee or thigh. Lift and twist. Breathing through it. And then back to center. And then find some movement in those shoulders. Now bring those fingertips out to the side. Flip the palms up and pull those thumbs towards the back. Take a deep breath in and inhale the arms to the shoulder level and then back down. And it might feel a little different because as simple as switching which leg is in front, we're going to feel the arms lower to the floor. Inhale, shoulder level. And then exhale down because it's all connected. Inhale to the sky. And then exhale. One more time. Inhale up, touch those fingers. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the thumbs going to the back. Good. Now we're going to come to shoulder level, palms down. This time the left elbow goes over the right, eagle arms on the opposite side. And just gently draw the arms up and down. Now it might feel a little easier this time because we've already done this. So the shoulders are like, oh, I've already feel a little stretch. So bonus here. Let's draw the elbows up and just breathe. Then draw the elbows down towards the belly button. And then back to neutral. Slowly unwind the arms. Extend them out as far as you can. Reach those fingers and then take the right elbow over the left and try the other side. So again, same thing on this side. Maybe the hands are on the shoulders. And then draw the elbows up and down, whichever posture variation you choose that works for your body. So we always have to listen to what is going on in our body. Draw the elbows up. Let's have some focused breathing here. This is a great way to stay just in a better, positive mood as we focus on our breath and the movements and what's going on in our body. Because then we can appreciate it. Draw the elbows down. Our bodies are amazing. How they heal ourselves, how we can heal and keep moving on each day. And then go ahead and slowly bring the elbows to level and then unwind and reach those arms out to the side. Inhale, palms up, reach the fingertips up, and then exhale them all the way back down. Go ahead and reach your fingers behind the back. Interlace those fingers, press the palms together. Check in with your chin. Is it falling forward? Can we realign the spine? Pull the ears over the shoulders and then just reach the arms back behind you. So they're interlaced. I'm turning sideways, so just press them back and up, wherever you can. Maybe you're just grasping the fingers. That's okay. And then we're going to release. Shake out those arms. Good. Bring the fingertips in front of the knees, hands on top of the knees. Now we're going to do a variation of cat-cow. So we're going to tuck the chin, round through the back. Nice little exhale here. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen and open. Lifting the head and the chin. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. And then exhale, round. So you're just tucking it under. And then you're inhaling and lifting. And then exhaling and rounding. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. So just a very small movement. What feels good to you when we come back to neutral? Go ahead and bring your feet the opposite way again. Last one. So we're putting them back to neutral, how we were when we first started, in the more comfortable position probably. And then try your cat-cow here. So we're going to open up the chest, lift the head, inhaling, and then exhale, round. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulders as well. Inhale, lift, pull the elbows in, and then exhale, extend the arms around through the back, stretching not only the back, but the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Breathing in, exhale, round. And then coming to neutral. Now we're going to come to butterfly. So you're going to bring the feet together and bottoms of the feet together, and we're going to flap. Flap our butterfly wings, holding on to the ankles or the feet, and then just draw the knees up and down. Just notice what's going on in the hips. Maybe one side might be tighter than the other. Now holding onto those ankles, I want you to sit up tall, draw the chin into alignment. Then start to draw circles with the upper body. Big circles. So if this is very uncomfortable, you can still stay on that block. I'd recommend more of a blanket though, if it's uncomfortable to sit on a blanket or a towel than a block for this one. Or you can stay on the floor. Couple more circles, and then we are going to change direction. So slow down and then change direction, circling it around. So this is very good for male and female, everything, our core, pelvic floor, everything. As we circle around, loosening up through the hip joints, and breathing, and then coming back to circle, to center. Circle, your circles come back to center. And then press your elbows gently outward. Now, if your elbows don't touch your thighs and you need to lean forward, lengthen through the spine first and then start to hinge forward. So you want to try not to collapse through the spine or round. We just want to lean into it and gently using the elbows to press out. Feel that nice stretch, maybe open up the toes and then tap them, maybe move the feet a little bit. As you tap the toes, open and close, just the toes, moving them. You might feel the thighs opening a little more. Again, it's all attached. Getting a little bit closer and closer. Maybe you walk your hips forward more towards your heels as you melt into it. You can also hold the toes and hinge forward. And again, you're hinging through the hips. You're rotating that belly towards the heel, not collapsing into it. And just go where you feel comfortable. And then we're slowly going to come all the way back up. Excellent. I want you to slightly lean onto your left hip, reach your left hand over, take your right leg, pull it into your chest, so you come to the bottom of your flat right foot. Then you're going to pull it behind you. So you're doing more of a Z or an S. So your inner right knee is on the floor and the inside of your right foot. So if this is very uncomfortable, maybe you need to be more twisted this way. So we're just going to work through that hip. We're going to reach both hands to the left side of your knee and rotate towards the chest, towards the thigh. Drop your right shoulder as much as you can. Take a breath in. And then we're going to come up, push off the hands, reach around to your right. Not forcing anything. You might feel that little bit of a pull and rotation. The hip joint is trying to move. We don't want to overstretch or force anything. Then coming all the way back to the left. See if we can get a little closer to the floor. Relaxing into that left hip. And then slowly walking it up, rotate back to the right. And just notice the difference. We have 2 more times. So you're going to come all the way back to the left, rotate down. Maybe you bring your head and your chest closer to the floor. And then we're going to walk the hands up and twist to the right again. And just breathe into it. Draw that chin down to your right side of your chest. And then coming back to neutral. So lean a little onto that left side, bring that right knee back up, place the foot flat on the floor. Good, and then we're gonna let it drop open and come back to our butterfly. Sit up nice and tall, hold on to the toes, start to hinge at the hip. Leaning forward. Might feel a little easier this time. Maybe you notice the difference in the right and left thigh. And then we're coming up. Lean onto your right side, because then it's way easier to bring that left knee up, foot flat on the floor. And then we're gonna bring that left leg behind us. So there's a bent knee. If it's better for you to have it a little bit out because it's hard on the knee, that's fine. Again, make those variations what works for your body. And yes, that left glute and hip is off the floor. If you can get all the way down, you probably have a really nice loose hip. Mine's not there. That's okay. So we're going to reach to the right and we're going to rotate down towards the right side, drawing that left shoulder towards the thigh. And then slowly come up. And this is a slow movement, gently releasing, twist to the left. You might notice one hip is tighter. So it depends on your internal, external rotation of that hip joint, on where it goes. And then we're coming back to the right, drawing down towards the floor. See if you can go a little lower. Each time we come into it, oh, we melt a little lower to the floor. And then slowly coming up, come back to the left, twisting into it, and then come back to the right. See if you can get a little closer to the floor. And then all the way back up to the left. We have one more, both sides to go. And just notice what's going on. Maybe your foot's more pointed, maybe it's flexed on the left. Again, what feels good to you. And then come all the way back down to the right. See if you can go even closer to the floor. And last time, come up and reach to your left. And then we'll sit back, leaning on that right, so we can pull that left leg up and let it drop back open to butterfly. And just flap those wings. And sit tall, hinge forward, as so you feel the belly pulling up. You're sitting taller, you're hinging at the hips and leaning forward. So you're not collapsing down or rounding. You're staying tall through the spine. Leaning into it. Almost there. And then we're going to release and come up tall. So you're going to slide back. You're going to sit longwise on your mat. If you're sitting at the front, you're going to maybe turn. And we're going to go to a wide seated straddle stretch. If you need anything on your heels, maybe a blanket, you can always do that. And shake out those legs, sit up tall. And then first thing we're going to do is just lean forward into it. And just notice what's going on. Maybe you can bring your elbows to the floor. Maybe you're just on your fingertips. Maybe you need your hands behind your back to support your movements. Leaning forward. And then we're going to sit up tall. Good. Now the first thing we're going to do is you're going to bend your right knee and you're just going to tuck it in. So it's nice and comfortable. If it bothers your knee to get it too tight, then just let it sit out further. Again, what feels good to you. You're going to twist your whole body towards that left knee. The chest rotates and you're going to lean into it. Just reach those hands. Now we're going to do some movements in this posture. So I want you to walk your hands up the shin to the thigh. Inhale, stay up towards facing that way, and then walk it back down. Reach your right hand towards the outside edge of the foot or the thigh or the shin, and then walk it back up. And then 2 more times. Walk it back down. 1 more time. Walk it up. And last one, walk it back down. And just lean into it. Maybe you can reach your toe. Maybe this is where, if you have a strap, you can always use your yoga strap. And you're stretching not only just through the hamstring, but maybe a lot through that QL or hip, if that's where it's tight. And just breathe. Some of you might be able to bring your head to your knee, but again, never force it. One more breath. And then we're going to walk our hands up that thigh, sit up nice and tall. Now you're going to lean over to the right. You're going to rotate onto the inner foot and inner thigh of the left, and just lean your whole body to the right side. And just a nice gentle twist through the torso. It's a counter stretch, counter twist. And then come all the way back up. And then flex that foot, pull it nice and tall. Stay facing forward, but lean your left shoulder towards your left thigh and reach to the left foot or toe. Draw your chin in, and then maybe reach the right arm overhead. Now, maybe you can reach your toe. Maybe you're just up, whichever works for you. You can draw your elbow on the inside of the foot or the thigh. Maybe it feels better to you to have your arm on the hip. Again, it depends on what you have going on in that shoulder. One more breath. And then we're going to release, come all the way back up. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your right leg back out. Find your straddle stretch. Walk those hands forward. Maybe the elbows to the floor, maybe reaching them out. Again, feel what feels good to you. Feel that nice inner thigh stretch. Maybe you can reach your toes or your ankles. And then we're going to come up. We still have to do the other side. So we're going to bend the left knee, lift through the spine. You're going to twist to the right. I want you to walk your hands out onto the right shin, thigh, ankle, wherever you can. Draw your head towards that knee. And then we're going to walk it back up. So remember, 4 times. We're going to walk in and out. And then walk it down again. And then we're going to walk it back up. Good. And walk it down. Each time getting a little lower, feeling that stretch through maybe the left QL, left hip, left armpit or shoulder, and maybe that hamstring. Walk it up. Last one, walk it down. We're going to hold it here. And just notice what you're feeling here. Is this side tighter than the other? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's easier on this side. That right foot is flexed. More breathing. Stretching out through the center of the body. Almost there. Good. Now we're going to walk it up, nice and tall. Lift through the spine, tuck that chin. Now you're going to start to tilt your right arm over towards the right thigh, reaching for that right toe and leaning into it. Now, option to reach your left arm overhead, maybe grabbing the toe. Some of you might be there, some of you might be up here. Again, try not to collapse forward, so you want to stay tall. I can definitely tell this is my tighter side. So is it your right or left side that's tighter? Don't forget your breath. If it's hard to breathe, then just back off a little and breathe into it. That's it. All right, we're going to bring that top arm all the way up and lift back to center. Go ahead and straddle, stretch the legs. Now we're going to walk into our straddling stretch and walk the hands forward. Remember, you're tall and you're hinging at the hips. The belly is pulling forward first. You might feel those inner thighs. Walk the hands in. And you can either have the hands on the floor. You can have your elbows. Maybe you sit with your hands. Maybe you use a block. And maybe you reach for your toes. Now, whichever position you decide that you like to rest in, we're going to hold this stretch and we're going to pause and breathe. And I want you to find a quiet moment here. So take a deep breath in, and I want 3 full breaths here, and exhale, fold. And then start to walk yourself back up. So hopefully you got a little deeper into that one. So you're going to hold on to the back of your legs, go ahead and bring them into the butterfly one last time. We're going to transition and we're going to be turning longwise on the mat now. So see if you can lean into that butterfly. See how it feels now. A couple circles with the whole upper body. A little looser, and then change direction. And then we're going to hug our knees, come up nice and tall. Pull those knees in together and give them a squeeze. Sit up nice and tall. So if you're turned longwise, we're going to turn now towards the front of our mat. And we're going to extend both feet straight out. Find your staff pose, your Dandasana. Pull those glutes out. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the sky. Exhale, forward fold. So when you forward fold again, you're staying tall, hinging at the hips. And then you can also bring your head forward, but that doesn't mean we're rounding and curving too much through the upper back. So just precautions if you have any back issues, if you have like osteoporosis, you never want to be rounding and collapsing through that spine. You want to stay tall and strong, and that helps strengthen the vertebrae. And then we don't put it in danger by collapsing and crushing those vertebrae when we stay tall through that spine. Okay, so now we're going to walk it up, walk the hands all the way up, and you're going to bring your right ankle across your left thigh, bring your hands behind your back, and then you're going to bend that bottom leg. Find that figure 4. And then just draw those legs gently side to side. Flex your right foot. So we are prepping for a posture that we're going to be really stretching through those hips. So rocking those legs. See if you can now draw that leg all the way over nice and tight, the knee over the thigh, and continue to rock. Now if it's too much, you can also bring your foot out further and continue rocking that foot. Now as you rock, maybe bring your foot towards the floor and try to twist. So my right foot is on the floor. I'm twisting my left shoulder towards my right knee. And then you can even press yourself up toward your legs if you'd like. You might feel like a pretzel here. Should be called the pretzel stretch. Then we're going to walk it back to neutral. Go and cross the leg and straighten out the left. And then just give the legs a shake. Feel that nice blood flow going into the right leg. Let's find our Dandasana again, our staff or stick pose. Reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale all the way back up. Exhale the arms out to the side. Now you're going to hold on to the right leg again, same leg. And we're going to bring it up and we're going to cradle the baby. So you're going to bring that foot side to side. And now you can hold on to the ankle or the foot. You can have the hands under the shins, or you can place your foot inside your elbow and your knee in the elbow and interlace the fingers and draw it side to side. Sitting again nice and tall, flexing the left foot. Continue. Good. Just feeling that nice stretch through the hip. And then go ahead and release. Like I said, prepping. So let's prep the other side. So you're going to bring that left foot across the ankle. The ankle across the right thigh. The left foot and ankle. Lean it back and then bring that right foot flat on the floor. And then just draw it side to side. And you can have your foot that's on the floor as close to your body as comfortable. And just drawing that knee side to side. You can be on your knuckles if that's better for your hands. And then you're going to draw that leg tighter. Again, trying to keep the foot as close as you can and draw it side to side. And then bring that foot, that left foot to the floor and push your right shoulder towards your left knee. It can be an awkward posture, especially if that hip is tighter. And then slowly coming back to center. And we're going to release the leg to the floor and uncross the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Find your Dandasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale the arms out next to your side. Let's pull that left leg in and finding you're cradling the baby. And you're drawing that leg side to side. So I'm holding on to the left ankle or foot or the shin, and you can draw the foot into the elbow if that's in your practice today, flexing the foot and just gently drawing it side to side. And noticing in the hip, how is this hip compared to the other side? Anybody have the left hip tighter than the right? Maybe your right hip was tighter. And just draw it to where it feels comfortable, never forcing anything. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to release that leg all the way down. Sit up nice and tall. Let's do one more forward fold. Sit up nice and tall. Extend the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Staying tall through the spine. And then inhale all the way back up. Exhale the arms to the side. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is go ahead and bend both knees. And you're going to start out by drawing your left foot nice and tight. Sorry, your right foot. I said left. I meant your right. Your right foot by your left glute. Nice and tight. So your knee is pointing towards the front of your mat. Then you're going to take your left foot and bring it to your right butt cheek. So I'll turn this way so you can see, and your legs can be in close, or the goal is to get them out to the side, cow face. So you're feeling that nice stretch in the hips. Now this is where you want both hips on the floor, both glutes. So maybe you're here, maybe your legs aren't quite crossed. That's okay. Work your way to what feels good to you so you can hold the posture and just breathe nice and gently. You can hold on to your ankles. Now we're going to add some arms as an option. So if you would like, you can take your right arm behind your back, and you can then take your left arm and you can hold on to the elbows. So that's one option. Especially if you have shoulder issues, you want to just stay here. Another option is to slide your right hand up your back and then reach your left arm to the sky, and then reach it down towards your spine. Now this is also where you can use your yoga strap or a towel or a belt to reach those fingers together and open it up. So you might be feeling this in the right shoulder. And then we're slowly going to release those arms. Feel that right shoulder if you need to massage it or if you're holding the elbows. Excellent. Now we're going to switch legs. So the obvious way is to just uncross. So I'll show you a fancy way. You can flex your feet. I know some of you have done this with me before. You're going to lean into it, and as you come up, you're just going to pivot onto the feet and then go all the way around, and then the other the other knee ends up on top. So if you have knee issues, then maybe you don't want to do that. So another option is just to take your left foot, cross it under, and this time the right goes on top. Yes, I was like, I had to think about that. That's where we were because I switched it around. So nice and tall, and notice the difference. Holding onto the ankles, draw that chin into alignment, and then just breathe. Now this is also where you can figure out what's going on with your shoulders. Maybe you reach the left arm back and hold on to then the right and hold on to the elbows. Maybe you reach your left arm up the back, and then your right arm comes up and reach for your fingers. Now one side might be completely different than the other, and that's okay. Like on this side, yeah, I can touch my fingers, but on the other side, I wasn't close because I've had a shoulder injury. And that's okay. I just do what I can, just like you can do what you can. It's all about taking care of your body, your mind, your health, and just not pushing ourselves and not being in competition. One more breath, and then slowly release those arms all the way down. Feel that rush. Now for the legs, how do you get out of this, right? So I want you to just lean to your left side, pull that right leg up and come around. Go and extend both legs straight to the front of the mat and give it a shake. And then I'm going to have you scoot yourself a little closer, bend the knees, hold on to the back of the thighs, and then lean into a boat pose. So you can be holding on to it. You can release it. You can have your boat floating. You can extend your arms. Relax those shoulders. Look out and make sure your shins, if you are extended, are like a table. You could have a tray with a couple cups of coffee right there, and your core is engaged, and you're working it. Relax those shoulders. And just breathe. We love to work our core. I know some of you out there just love to work your core. So we're going to take the arms and we're going to cross the hands and hold onto the elbows. And then I want you to twist gently to your left and breathe. Make sure those legs are staying level. Take a peek at them. And then slowly twist to your right and breathe. And then come back to center, leveling things out. Lift your body just a little bit more, and then slowly lower all the way down to the floor. But when you come down, bring your feet flat on the floor and walk them in so you can touch your heels or your ankles. So we're not done yet. We got some more fun things to come, and we'll use our strap if you need it, and we're really going to work through and stretch out our quads because we got some good hip stretch. So press through the feet and lift to a bridge, lengthening through that torso, through that spine. This is not where you overarch, and keep the knees in alignment. And just check in to see what you're feeling. And then slowly lower both hips down. Good. Now I want your back and your hips melted to the floor. We're going to take your right foot across the ankle, across the thigh, open up to a figure four. And breathe. Now we're going to do a single leg bridge. So make sure that left foot is in alignment with the hip. Lift those hips gently and just breathe. Feel the strength. Now the hips are all warmed up, so they're ready to go. Slowly lower those hips back to the floor. Excellent. Now you're going to keep that leg crossed. You're going to drop both legs to your right. So your right foot stays on top of the left thigh. Option is to bring both hands to cactus arms or goddess arms at 90 degrees out. Maybe turn your head to the left and feel that nice stretch up the body. And continue breathing. And then slowly coming up to neutral. Keep the arms right where they are, flatten the foot. Take that right foot, I want you to draw it further over the leg. So now your knee is crossed over the thigh. And you're going to drop both legs again to the right. So this is going to be a little deeper stretch through the front and up into that hip flexor and that TFL. And you rolled maybe on the inside of your left foot. And just breathe. Good. And then we're going to bring our head to neutral. Tuck the hip and the belly comes in as you pull those knees up to neutral. Go and uncross that right leg. And then bring your left ankle across, open up the knee. Let's find our single leg bridge. So you're going to press through the right leg, lifting it up. And breathe. Notice the difference on this side. And then lower those hips all the way down. Now we're going to drop both hips, or both legs, to your left, rolling towards the left, and then turn your head to the right. And just notice what side's different. Arms are still at 90 degrees at the elbows, and they're out from the shoulders. That's it. And then bring your head to neutral. Pull the belly in as you lift those hips back to neutral. Foot comes back on the floor. Center yourself. Slide your left leg further over so the knee is on top of the thigh. And then you can even scoot your hips slightly to the right as you drop your knees to the left. And then turn your head to look to the right. And just breathe here. And notice the back and the hips, the torso. You know, what are you feeling here? And then bring your head to neutral. Pull the belly in. Really engage the core before you bring the legs back to neutral. And then uncross. Excellent. Now we're going to turn all the way onto one side. So I'm going to turn onto my left side. I'm going to let my head bend my elbow, let my head rest on my left arm. And I'm going to bring my top right knee forward and let it rest on the floor. Bend your back left knee and maybe reach for your left foot. And pull your left foot towards your glute. Now, option is you can let your head go all the way to the floor and use your left hand to pull your right knee up towards your chest. You can even kick your left bottom foot into your hand and open up that chest even more. And breathe. So good quad stretch. Now start to bring your foot. See if you can bring the bottom foot towards your butt cheek. Stretching through that quad. So again, all areas of the leg, the upper leg, all the attachments to the hip, loosening things up. Good. Now you're going to go ahead and release the legs all the way. Good. And very gently rotate onto your back. Roll onto your back. Let's do a full body stretch. Reach the arms overhead, point the toes, take a breath in, and then exhale, hands next to the body, and then roll onto your other side. So now you're going to roll onto the right. You're going to bring your left leg over the top and bend your bottom leg. So I'm bending my bottom right leg, and you're going to grab hold of the foot. Now if your hamstring cramps, then just stretch it out, flex it, and then try again. And then bring that foot up. Option to lay your head all the way on the floor and grab hold of that right knee. And then maybe kick your foot into your hand and try to open up that chest a little more. And breathe. You want this to feel good. And then see if you can bring your foot closer to your bottom. You can do this. Feel that nice stretch. One more breath. You can have the foot out or in. And then we're going to release the foot and the knee, gently rolling back onto your back. Align everything. Find that center point. Do some hip rocks up and down. The back comes to the floor. And then the little baby arch. And then back to the floor. Now you're going to hug your right knee into the chest and extend the left leg straight. Now this is the option where you might want your strap because you're going to extend the leg up to the sky and you can hold your toe. Now if you have a yoga strap or a belt, I'll show you what it would look like. You would hold onto that right foot with your strap and you can hold it up. Now option, if you can reach your toe, you can always just hold on to that right toe or even your calf or ankle. And just breathe. Just a nice hamstring stretch. And then think about flexing and pushing your left foot into the floor. That will intensify it. Another breath. Try to relax your shoulders, whether you have the strap or not. And then we're slowly going to hug the knee into the chest and then pull the left knee in and then extend that right leg to the floor and extend that left leg up. So again, if you have that strap, if you need the strap, you can just hook it on the foot and hold it there. That's always fine. Or you can use your hands behind the calf You do not have to use a strap. Just like to show options if you've got yoga toys to play with and utilize in your practice. And just continue breathing, pressing that right foot to the floor and that left heel to the sky. One more breath. And then go ahead and hug the knee into the chest. Bring both knees in. Give them a squeeze. And then place the feet flat on the floor. And then go ahead and walk your feet straight. We have one more before we go into Shavasana. So what I want you to do here is lift your shoulder blades and use your arms to inch your body to the right, upper body only, to the right side of your mat. Your hips stay towards the center where they are. Then walk your feet towards the right side of the mat, so you're feeling like a little bit of a crescent shape or like a banana. You're curved. And then start to reach your arms up overhead and let them rest, elbows bent. So you want your elbows and your shoulder blades on the floor. If they are far from the floor, grab your towel or your blanket or something and put it underneath the shoulders so they are relaxed and comfortable. And just find that neutral spot, neutral neck in the cervical spine. Now, option to stay here, or you can take your top left foot and place the ankle across the right ankle. And just breathe here. And notice the stretch up the side of the body. You can start to extend that left arm a little higher if you want more of a stretch. Now I want you to focus on breathing in, expanding the belly. And as you exhale, feel the belly pulling in and notice the difference in the stretch, especially through that hip and the obliques. It's all connected. So like I said, we're getting all areas of the leg that attach to the hips. One more breath, and then go ahead and bring the arms down, uncross the leg. Start to walk your feet first back to the center, then inch your upper body, head and shoulders back to neutral. Take a deep breath in here, and exhale it out. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then lift the shoulder blades. Start to walk your upper body to the left side of your mat, and then walk your feet to the left. Just notice the change in the stretch. If you would like, you can bring your arms overhead. Again, as long as it doesn't bother your back. Option is to bring your right ankle over your left. And I always say options because one side might be totally different than the other. You might have something going on the shoulder or the hip or the knee. Just listen to your body and continue breathing. Maybe extend the right arm a little higher. Bananasana on the other side. Feel that nice curve through the obliques, the side of the body and the hips. Lengthening through the legs. One last breath. And then start to bring your arms down. When you're ready, take your ankle, uncross it. If it was crossed, slide your feet back to neutral, and then your upper body. Find your center. Let's bend the knees, place the feet flat on the floor for a moment. Ground the feet into the floor, and now ground your low back into the floor, pushing into your belly, into the floor. Lengthen the spine by pressing up to a bridge. Feel how much easier it is. And then exhale all the way back down. Option to hug your knees into the chest if you need that for your back. And then releasing the feet. Go ahead and extend the legs straight out. Let the feet drop open. One full breath, reaching overhead with the arms. And then exhale. The hands next to the body. Let's find our Shavasana. Walk the shoulders away from the ears, palms up. Let the legs fall open. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Now we're going to breathe in through the nose And let a nice long breath through the mouth. Feel what's going on in the body. Remember at the beginning we talked about whatever craziness you've had maybe during the day or you have coming up. It's just a great way to let it go. Now hopefully you're more grounded, just feeling so, so good. The little things that we do for ourselves. And just think, you took an hour to take care of you, self-care. That's a whopping 4% of your day. You got plenty more to go. So you can get it done and feel good about what you've done today. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Go ahead and bend one knee. Turn to your side. Give your knees a squeeze. And take your time coming up nice and tall. Coming back to your easy seat, just how we started. Line up that chin. Find your posture, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, palms on the thighs. Good. And just really readjust, make whatever you need to figure out. Close your eyes for a moment. See if you can lean forward or lean back by adjusting your spine. See if you are in alignment. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out slowly through the nose. One more time, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring your palms to heart space. Give yourself a big thank you. Pat on the back if you'd like. Breathing in and up, pressing the palms together. Exhale, palms back to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.